Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how to create this 3D button on Wix Studio. The first thing we're going to do is add a container to hold our button. Then I'm going to add the button to the container. We're going to dock the button to the top to the right, and then with the container selected we're going to turn on advanced sizing, and we're going to click on the percentage and change that to max content. Then on the layout, I'm going to set the min width to none, and the min height can stay as it is. Next we're going to apply a grid to this, and we're going to click on the rows, and then we're going to give the row a max content, so the container is the same size as the button. On the button we're going to select the button, and we're also going to turn on advanced sizing, and we're going to give this a min height of 44 pixels, and we're going to change it to max width. Next, what we need to do is we need to add a container to this container, and as you can see it's now a bit bigger, and then we're going to click the stretch so it stretches the size of the container, and then we're going to click on our layers, and with that container we're going to drag it down so it's underneath the start button, so now the button is on top. I'm going to change the colour of this button quickly. I'm just going to select that blue, and then for the container we'll do the same, but we'll select the darker blue. Then we will add 5 pixels on the corner border radius, and we'll do the same for the button. Go onto the corners and add 5 pixels. And then with the container selected we're going to scroll down and click on adjust, and we're going to adjust the y-axis by 8 pixels. So if we hit preview, you should see now the container will be a little bit away from the button. Next we're going to have to add a little bit of custom CSS. To do that we click on the curly bracelets, click start coding, and then we will click on the CSS file. Now with the button selected I'm going to create a class called btn. We can remove all of those comments. To use that class we do .btn and then the curly braces. First thing we'll do is going to add some padding. I'm going to want 0.5 rem on the top of the button and 2 rem on the left and right, just to make it a little bit bigger. And then we want to do .btn again, colon, active, and then the open brackets. This active class allows us to create styles that are activated when pushing the mouse button down. And what we want to do for the effect is we want to use a transform property. We're going to translate Y, and we want the Y axis to move down by 8 pixels. So now if we click preview, our button's a bit wider, and when we click it moves down. Oh, I had forgotten to, with that first original container which is now called box 2, need to set the opacity to 0. Now when we click down we shouldn't see that other box here. Next, what we're going to do is within this active class, I'm going to use a little bit of box shadow, and I'm going to set that to inset. So instead of being on the outside, it's going to be on the inside of the button. And then I'm going to put 2 pixels on the X, I think it is first. 2 pixels on the Y, and we're going to have it spread for 5 pixels. And I'm going to use the same colour blue that we've used for the 3D effect part of the button, which is 082F7B. So now if we click preview, now if we click the button, you'll see the shadows added, which gives it a bit more of a bin pressed effect whilst we hold the mouse button down. And that's how you make a 3D button on Wix Studio. I hope that you found this useful. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask down below in the comments, and thank you for watching.